Hello, welcome to Anime Mystics. I'm Roman, and tonight I am watching Dragon Ball Super episode 126. Last episode was mainly focused on the fight between Android 17, Frieza, and Toppo, who had had basically started using his God of Destruction powers. Since he is a candidate, it makes sense that he would have, the powers of destruction. Watching a few reactions, and a lot of people seem to have forgotten that. I don't know why. It was. I thought it was well known that Toppo was a candidate for God of Destruction, but I guess just forget some things. Anyway, when the episode started with the fight between the three, it was actually just Toppo and Android 17. 17 was going to start trying to run out the clock. Not actually defeat Toppo, but waste enough time so that there wouldn't be enough left for him to fight with him and knock him off. Because with the 4 people they have left, it would be enough for them to win, saving the universe. Toppo wasn't going for that. Apparently, he was able to kind of see the blasts that 17 was shooting at him, and in like slow motion. And was able to find an opening where he could get out of the way and start maneuvering himself into a position where he can charge at him and fire back, which he did. And he fired a huge ki blast, and 17 tried to fire his own and fight it back, but Toppo was much more powerful than 17. So 17 was getting close to getting knocked off of the edge. Around that time is when Frieza showed up and shot him in the back with one of his, I guess, what are they called? Death beams? Which gave 17 a little bit of room to start pushing the blast back. Frieza is going on about how, 17 still playing around, and Mr. Justice here is just standing there, and he should attack him, but he can't because he's fighting 17. So Frieza just uses the opportunity to shoot him in the back a bunch of times with the death beams, and then fires a blast at him. Well, a continuous blast, not just a death beam or death ray or whatever, and is hitting him in the back. That almost came out bad. And 17 has already pushed his blast all the way up to the front and has overtaken Toppo's. I mean, with Frieza hitting him, he can't use all of his energy to push 17 off of the edge, so he gets hit with both blasts and gets pretty close to getting knocked off, but is able to stay on. He's pretty beat up, though. It was around that point where he decided to forget about justice. It's all about survival and winning right now. It's just him and Toppo left. So, I mean, it's just him and Jiren left. So, yeah, he's got to just focus on winning. So he had made his decision to accept, I guess, his God of Destruction powers. And he looks really cool as a God of Destruction. Before, he was really, kind of fat. Or bulky. But now it, slimmed him out. He's got a ton of muscle up on the chest and the neck area. And his arms. He's got a purple aura. I think it was black eyes with a red pupil. and decides to throw some energy of destruction at Frieza. A huge ball of it. Frieza remembered what it was, because he had already been hit with some when they were trying to recruit him. And Universe 9 tried to have him killed before he could even join. That was when Frieza condensed it down and actually used it himself on Goku. But Frieza's, sees it and goes, "Oh well, I only need one hand to stop this," so puts his hand out, and it stops for a second, but then starts going forward again. So Frieza tries both hands and nothing, and then it just engulfs him, and then just makes a huge explosion, reaching all the way to the stands, changes the sky, splits the stage in half. There's debris everywhere, and for about 10 minutes, Frieza's nowhere to be seen. And Toppo is chasing around 17. 17 is not going to try to fight him head on. He knows better than that. He's smart. And he's doing a good job evading and running away, but it had gotten to a point where there was nowhere for him to go. He was using the debris around the arena to kind of jump around, and Toppo just destroyed all of it except for one, leaving him really nowhere to go, and decided to throw another ball of destruction. But Frieza threw a rock, which caused it to dissipate. He's still alive, otherwise, Toppo would have been disqualified. Badly beaten up. One of his eyes is partly closed, kind of like when he got hit with the Spirit Bomb, or Genki-Dama. He's out of golden form, and still talking a lot of trash. And throws, I guess it's called Supernova? His Supernova attack at Toppo. Saying, let's see how you can handle a energy blast that's capable of destroying a planet. Even though I'm pretty sure Toppo's energy of destruction that he used could have destroyed a lot more than that if he had used full power. And Toppo just uses a little ball of it, like about that much, like this much. Just flicks it up there, and it destroys the beam, or the ball of energy. And he just beats on Frieza for a good minute. And then tries to kick him off, but 17 throws a huge, I don't know if it's a boulder, but it was a big rock. And it hits Frieza, keeping him from going out, but he does roll over the edge a bit. But because the arena is split, it's got like levels, and he landed on one of those and is just unconscious right now. And 17 is about to face off with him, although he's probably not going to be able to do a whole lot. This episode I am really looking forward to, because it's going to finally be Vegeta versus Toppo. We all knew this fight was going to happen, that Vegeta would fight Toppo, and just gonna have to see what happens. Right now he's got basically God of Destruction level power. So I'm hoping that Vegeta comes out on top and eliminates it. There's only a few episodes left. 5 episodes left. So, hopefully, Vegeta lasts into the final fight with Jiren. So let's get this going. I don't know if Frieza's going to wake up during this fight, or if he's going to stay unconscious until the final fight with Jiren. But we'll find that out too. Alright, so the video is going to be located over here, and the link to the reaction is going to be in the description down below. And I cannot wait for this episode. Yes, it's finally here. I'm a huge Vegeta fan, so I'm hoping that he does good. Alright. So we're going to start this episode in 3, 2, 1.